Mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me check. Let me check if everything is live. Let me check if everything is live. Let me check if everything is live. Right? What's live? Uh, uh, uh. Yeah. What's going on? Mic check. How's everybody doing? How we doing it today? Oh yeah. Are we live? Yeah, I think everything is live. Yeah, everything is live. Hey. Okay, how we gonna do it? Everything is live, right? Yeah. Yo, this is your man DU. This is your man DU, and this is another episode of Talking Trash. Talking Trash is in the building. I'm glad to be here today. Glad everyone who's gonna check this out is here today. We're gonna talk about a few things in sports. You know, the regular rundown, some Mongo talk, the Knicks win, and the song of the day. First, some Mongo talk. Again, if y'all don't know what Mongo talk is, if you don't know what Mongo talk is, Mongo is, when I was a former sanitation worker, well, I'm a retired sanitation worker. Uh, we used to we used to call stuff that we used to find on the route that we wanted to use. We used to call it Mongo. That was the name. So we used to find some pretty good stuff. We used to find stuff that that I would call jewels, trinkets, stuff that was useful. So what I'm gonna with Mongo Talk, I'm gonna try to always provide something for you that's useful, right? And I have this saying, and I know I got it from somewhere because most things just don't come out of thin air, and it's the saying is, "Man make plans, God laughs." Right? Man make plans, God laughs. Because I definitely believe you could um make all the plans you want, you know, manifest, try to manifest as many things as possible. But if the creator, if God uh has a different plan for you, that's what it's gonna be. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what it's gonna be. And it doesn't mean, hey, sometimes you could have certain plans and you could plan for uh minimal results, right? But the results turn out to be great. The results turn out to be larger than you expected. And then also, you can plan for big time results, and the results are super small. The results are they're not really what you want. And sometimes you fail, you know? That could be the result, failure. But I always say, man make plans, God laughs. And again, doesn't mean that you don't make plans. Keep making plans. Keep making plans. Because the more you plan, the harder you work, the more you're going to be in God's favor. But here's the next thing. Talking about the Knicks win. Like I said, man made plans, God laughs. The Knicks starting, the beginning of the playoffs, they played Detroit, the Detroit Pistons. At the start of the season, I was telling everybody, yo, the the Detroit Pistons are going to be a better team this year. With that boy Jaden Ivey, with that boy Cade Cunningham, with Tobias Harris, with all the people that some of the like Malik Beasley, some of the veterans that they acquired, they're going to be a better team. And I have to say, Bickerstaff coached the heck out of this young team, right? And I kind of had a feeling that they were going to be better. Did I think they were going to be playoff better? Nah, because what did they win last year? They won like 17 games, right? So they made a big jump. I mean, they wasn't in the play-in, they were in the playoffs. So I'm like, hey, yo, Detroit is definitely going to be better. But their plan, and a lot of other people plan, was that they were going to beat the New York Knicks. Not going to happen. That didn't happen. Right? Again, that's that man-made plans, God laughs. Like, do I see the Pistons being good down the line? Without question. Without question. That kid, Cade Cunningham, is the truth. Right? And then what nobody even paid attention to is when they get that boy Jaden Ivey back off injury, that backcourt is going to be serious. But their lack of playoff experience was going against them against the New York Knicks. So the Knicks took care of the Detroit Pistons in 6. Now, when the Knicks acquired Mikal Bridges and Bodega, the big Bodega, Karl Anthony Towns, I was like, yo, man, if the Knicks make it to the Knicks should make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? The Eastern Conference Finals. But as the season progressed, they didn't look like a team that was going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. It looked like it would be another second round exit. The Knicks came in 3rd in the East, beat Detroit. Now they're lined up against the defending champion, Boston Celtics. Now, me, myself, hey, I'm always rooting for the Knicks, right? Always rooting. But I try to be a realist as well. So I'm saying, hey, if this goes 6 games and we get bumped out, I'm satisfied with this season as a Knicks fan. As a Knicks fan, I'm satisfied if the Knicks lose in 6. And other pundits were satisfied with that as well. They weren't Knicks fans, but they didn't even expect the Knicks to lose in 6. They expected the Knicks to get swept or lose in a gentleman's sweep in 5. Like I said, man-made plans. God laughs. First 2 games, Knicks down by 20, come back, winning the final moments. Knicks up 2-0. Come back to the Garden. Knicks up. The Knicks up 2-0. Come back to the Garden. Lose game 3. Big. What was everybody saying after the Knicks lost game 3? Boston got this series. They said Boston got this series. It was like, okay. The Knickerbockers was like, okay. Jalen Brunson was like, okay. We get to game 4. Knicks win game 4. We go back to Boston. Boston takes game 5. People are still saying, I don't know. I don't know. Here we go, game 6. Knicks blow out the Boston Celtics from beginning to end. From beginning to end. A situation where, again, man make plans, God laughs. Now we're faced with a team that I feel like is always in our way. And that's the Indiana Pacers. Last playoffs, last season, we were hurt. Brunson got hurt. Mitch Robb was hurt. Josh Hart got hurt. OG Anunoby got hurt. We were beat up. We didn't have Julius Randle. We were out there playing with crutches. This year is different, Indiana. Of course I'm rooting. Of course I'm rooting for the Knicks. I'm not even going to call what it's going to be right now. Game 1 is Wednesday in New York. Time for some get back. I know the people in Indiana, I know the Indiana Pacers think different. But again, man made plans, God laughs. Man made plans, God laughs. The Knicks had a rough route. Getting to these Eastern Conference Finals. In my opinion, every opponent that the Knicks faced were superior to the opponent that Indiana faced. Don't tell me don't tell me Boston is not better than Milwaukee. Boston was the defending champs. Knicks took them out in 6. What we looking at? Yeah, we looking at a team that's always been in our way. Always. Starting back with Reggie Miller. Back in the days with Reggie Miller. When Roy Hibbert blocked Carmelo Anthony's shot. Last year, when the Indiana Pacers took us out. And I know the people of Indiana, fans of Indiana, that Indiana team is like, hey, we're going to do it again. But again, these Knickerbockers have been doubted. Have been doubted since the playoffs started. They have shown that playoff basketball is different. It's different. And look, we'll see what's going to go on game 1. After game 1, I'm going to make my prediction. Because again, man made plans, God laughs. New York Knicks, let's go. And but before I'm out, I just wanted to talk about the Knicks real quick. But before I'm out, I always got to give you the song of the day. Song of the day is by Stetsasonic. I've been bumping that for a good little bit. Dope song. It's called Cypher Part 1. It's by Stetsasonic, female extraordinary rapper, Marla Reigns, and the great Smooth the Hustler. Smooth the Hustler went crazy on this track. Again, it's called Cypher Part 1 by Stetsasonic. Bring that up on your iTunes and your Spotify. All right? Any streaming service that you listen to. Yo, this is your man DU. This is Talking Trash, and I'm out. See you soon. Let's go, Knicks. We out.